Governor Godswill Akpabio advises African leaders to preach peace at all times. Information Commissioner shares of peaceful conduct of PDP House of Assembly primaries today. 11 people feared dead in accident involving 2 vehicles at Ibawa Bridge. We have details of these and of other stories for you in just a moment. A very good morning to you and a warm welcome to AKBC 45 News at Dawn. My name is Augusta Essien. Governor Godswill Akpabio has advised leaders and citizens of different countries in the continent to embrace peace and love at all times. Governor Akpabio gave the advice in Accra, Ghana at a reception in honor of the late elder brother of former President Jerry Rawlings of Ghana, Isaac Newton Nee Addy. Leading a high-powered delegation from Akwa Ibom State and friends from other parts of Nigeria, Governor Akpabio advised the deceased family to take solace in the fact that their elder brother lived a life of pious and fulfilled one to merit a place in heaven. While extolling the virtues of late Newton, Governor Akpabio said he lived an exemplary life worthy of emulation. Yeah, play, boy. Governor Akpabio and his entourage had earlier attended a church service in honor of late Isaac Newton and joined the family members to pay their last respect. Hard times await tax defaulters in the country as the enforcement unit of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, is swooping on tax defaulters in the South. The exercise is part of the agency's efforts to shore up the revenue base of the FIRS against dwindling oil revenue in the country. The state tax controller of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Lady Mafiana Nkiru, who stated this in an interview, advised corporate organizations to live up to their responsibilities by paying their taxes up to date. She said that the enforcement team of the agency was out to identify and prosecute defaulters. The tax controller decried the high incidence of tax evasion in the country and called on business operators in Akwa Ibom State to pay their taxes regularly.
Our headquarters in Abuja to the South region to help us enforce debts we are owed by stubborn companies. So that is what we are.
While commending those who pay their taxes regularly, Lady Mafiana advised tax evaders to turn a new leaf as the team was currently visiting business concerns in Uyo, with a view to ensuring that those who do not pay their taxes do so or face prosecutions.
5 companies they visited, they've just reported to me that 3 have complied at least 40% today. So I'm hoping that the others will key into the same compliance attitude.
A contender in the 2015 Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly elections for Orunwoko State constituency, Mr. Almanisson, has assured his supporters of victory at the party primaries. Mr. Sen was addressing his supporters during a consultative visit to stakeholders, youth, women, chapter and ward executives of the PDP in Orunwoko. The chairman of Oron local government sued for peace and understanding from the people of Orunwoko, assuring that if given the mandate, he will attract necessary infrastructures to the area.
You cannot play with this mandate in 2015. Because we know for anybody that wants to go to the state of assembly, let him come and tell people. And as we need to come here and tell the party what we want to do.
In their responses, the chapter chairman of the PDP in Orunwoko, Mr. Harry Esifa, thanked the aspirants for his visit and assured that the party will provide a level playing field for all aspirants. Also speaking, an elder of the party in Orunwoko, Mr. Alberton Atana, and the youth president of Orunwoko Youth Association promised to work towards the success of Mr. Almanisson at the polls.
The ward chairman, Mr. P. S.A. Chapter officers, Mr. P. S.A. Honorable 51, Mr. P. S.A.
We have more reports for you after this short break. Do stay on with us.
My challenge to the Akwa Ibom youth today is to rise up and protect the uncommon transformation. Rise up and protect the uncommon transformation. There must be sustainability. So for me as a governor, I'm charging Akwa Ibom children. The future belongs to you. Your fathers have done their bit. Rise up and protect your future. Bring a governor that will bring industrialization. Bring a governor that will bring progress. Bring a governor that will bring development. Not the one that goes on ethnic cleavage. Not the one that goes to bring tribalism. Not the one that gangs up with elders and wants to come through the window. I want to use this opportunity to congratulate our dear President, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, for the endorsement given to him by the National Executive Committee of our party as the sole candidate in 2015 presidential election. I want to thank the people of Nigeria for recognizing that leadership comes from God, and God gives it to whom He pleases. So I stand with my dear President so that he will succeed for my children to have Nigeria tomorrow. I thank Nigeria for supporting Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Thank you for staying tuned. Stakeholders of Afara block in Ukanofon local government say they are poised to produce the State House of Assembly member and that of the House of Representatives in the 2015 general elections. This, they explained, is in line with the political understanding guaranteeing rotational representation between Ukanofon and Afara blocks instituted by the stakeholders from the two blocks and practiced for decades in Ukanofon local government area. Addressing a news conference in Uyo, the president of Subik Baison Afara and spokesman of the Afara stakeholders, Obon Kevin Udoworen, said it would be improper to jettison their much respected tradition and political understanding for any other consideration. Obon Udoworen, who was flanked by some traditional rulers and youths of Afara, emphasized that the stand of the Afara on zoning for the forthcoming primaries of the PDP was sacrosanct. He said as sons and daughters of Afara to respect the position of the area and desist from what he called double speak, which he said had never been the character of Afara people. The royal father called on political parties and established institutions of the state to encourage Afara to be part of the political process by giving the State Assembly and House of Representatives slot to Afara block in Okanafon.
2007 to 2011, Afara 2 that done by Honorable Uwa. 2011 to 2015, Okanafon done by Honorable Nyakanapan. Now this is 2015 to 2019, which is the turn of Afara.
The State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Mr. Nyeka Numana, says necessary arrangements have been put in place by the state government to ensure peaceful conduct of the People's Democratic Party House of Assembly primaries in the state today. The Commissioner stated this while on an inspection visit to AKBC transmitting station at Ntanya. Mr. Umana explained that primaries are internal elections of political parties where contenders are expected to conduct themselves orderly for a successful exercise. Mr. Mana noted that the ultimate aim is to work as a team to bring victory to their party and advised aspirants not to see the primaries as a do-or-die affairs.
I'd like to congratulate the board and the entire AKBC for the commitment shown, the determination, and of course the hard work that you put in making sure that things are done. Quite when people depend a lot on you because the radio and television here have the widest reach around this place.
On the judgment of an Abuja High Court which threw out the suit filed by a former secretary to the state government, Mr. Manu Kunumana, against the state PDP, the Information Commissioner saw it as a reaffirmation of the sanctity of the PDP delegates list and zoning arrangements in the state. Mr. Mana said the suit by the former SSG was an exercise in futility, explaining that with the judgment, the matter was now completely settled. He said it was unnecessary to further discuss the issue since those who filed the case are no longer part of the PDP.
Here will be to ensure peaceful environment, ensure peaceful conduct of the primaries of the party, and also ensure security and of course protection of life and property. That has
Love filled the air Thursday at Jubilee Garden or Songoma in the capital city as Ememdianabasi Court, daughter of the staff of Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation, Mrs. Gertrude Court, and Maurice Dan Asangenang from its local government area were joined in a traditional marriage. The event, which drew guests across the state, was attended by members of the AKBC family, led by the Director General, Pastor Praise Okun, church faithful, and members of the National Association of Women Journalists. Eya Paul was there for AKBC 45 News.
Canaan, when Christ, because of the honor he had for the institution, performed his first miracle on earth. Since then, marriage has become one big union that draws the attention of both the rich and the poor, the low and the mighty, as well as two adults who have agreed to spend their lives together. The fact that the importance of marriage cannot be overemphasized may have explained why Emem and Maurice assembled members of their families and friends to witness their union. But as customs demand, Maurice's family was received with open arms and treated to assorted traditional delicacies known as Udia Ibenge. The spokesperson for Morris's family, Obongime Brown, declared their intention by officially asking for the hand of Imem in marriage. After the declaration, the bride's parents were ushered into the arena, accompanied by friends and well-wishers. Later, the groom, accompanied by his friends, family members, associates, and friends, arrived at the scene. With pomp and pageantry, Emem was also ushered into the arena. Emem thereafter took Morris to introduce to her parents, and Morris did same, after which they were joined, blessed by both parents, and offered prayers.
In Jesus' name.
The parents of the couple wished them a happy married life, while the couple promised to care for each other.
Is a girl I cherish very much. She's a very fun. I wish her a happy family life. God's blessing, God's protection, progress.
It's one of those satisfactions one has to have in life.
I will be a very good wife. A lovely wife. The best wife anyone can have.
A man that she always dreamed to have.
Earlier, the chairman on the occasion, Obongnam Kero Doyub, had advised Emem and Morris to put love at the center stage of their union to succeed. Iyagin Paul reporting.
Congratulations there to Mr. and Mrs. Asangenang and to our own Mrs. Gertrude Coates for being a mother-in-law now. The State Police Command has banned the use of explosives such as knockouts and banga during the Yuletide. The State Police Commissioner, Mr. Gabriel Achong, in a statement, warned those who intend to indulge in the practice to stop forthwith, as culprits would be made to face the full weight of the law. The statement explained that the use of such explosives could cause distractions and threats to security, as well as provide attractive environments for hoodlums to perpetrate crimes. Youths and persons engaged in masquerading and other cultural displays, the statement advised, should conduct themselves peacefully, as a breach of peace or molestation of road users will not be tolerated. The command expressed its resolve to make Akwa Ibom State safe and secure. Meanwhile, the State Police Command has requested owners of abandoned vehicles and household items at the Department of Criminal Investigations and the Anti-Kidnapping Squad at the state headquarters, Ikoropana Biauyo, to visit with proof of ownership for proper identification and collection. The command, in a statement, warned owners of the items to claim them within 14 days, as the command will be left with no options than to dispose of them through public auctions. No fewer than 11 persons are feared dead in an accident which occurred Thursday night at the Bawa Bridge, involving a sports utility vehicle, SUV, and a white commercial Toyota Hiace bus with registration number Lagos FKJ 911XE. Our reporter who visited the scene of the accident says the State Police Commissioner, Mr. Gabriel Achong, led a team of policemen and officers of the Federal Road Safety Corps battling for hours to retrieve corpses of the victims and the ill-fated bus. Mr. Chong disclosed that the sports utility vehicle is understood to have hit the bus at the rear, causing it to dive into the river, while the driver of the SUV abandoned his car and took to his heels. Mr. Chong assured that he will be arrested as the car has been impounded and taken to the police station. His command, he said, has had to seek the assistance of Julius Berger Company to lift the bus out of the river.
It's a look at little kid is on fire.
The sector commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Engineer Yerima, said the bus was conveying passengers including children from Port Harcourt to Uyo. 10 persons, he said, died in the water. 1 died later while 2 survived.
Information we received, 3 people survived yesterday, out of which 1 died today. So there are 2 survivors now.
One of the survivors, Samuel Emmanuel, described his survival as miraculous, giving glory to God.
I didn't know. Even the people that was inside the car, we were interacting, laughing and joking. So, just of a sudden, a car came behind, a jeep, and hit our car. He lost consciousness and just turned the steering. We fell inside the river. And I struggle with the water. I don't know how to swim. But I don't know what sustained me, but I know God sustained me with his angel.
You can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45Uyo or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. And that's a package, but just before we go, a second look at the top stories. Governor Godswill Akpabio has harped on the need for African leaders and citizens to embrace peace at all times. He was speaking in Ghana at the funeral of the brother of former President Jerry Rawlings. We also brought you a report that 11 people are feared dead in an accident involving 2 vehicles at Bawa Bridge. The victims are said to have been commuters in a bus traveling from Port Harcourt to Uyo. And that's our package. Do remember to join us at 12 for the news at noon. Till then, stay blessed.
It's up to